Hello, so today I am here with the gorgeous Abby, who is heading IQ Pay here at Salon IQ, and we're going to have several conversations regarding salon feedback around everything on client retention, cashing up, missed key entries, the big buzzword of self-employment, which Abby is getting every day, so stay tuned. Right, so Abby, integration and talking about cashing up and really saving that time, looking at the client experience around when they're making a payment, but then also at the end of the day when stylists and therapists are cashing up. Mm-hmm. Talk to me there about the integration between your payment terminal and Salon IQ.
So this is a big one, I think. People really struggle with cashing up. I think because it's to do with money, and the team worry at the end of the day if there's a discrepancy, trying to find that. With IQ Pay, where it feeds automatically into Salon IQ, there's no room for the missed keys or the missed bills, or someone's put £1 instead of £100. So that's where the integration falls in. And I think it gives the team reassurance. Yeah. They know that they're not cross-referencing, they're not running a Z report, or they're not having to have all these pieces of paper. It's all on Salon IQ.
I mean, I know I've done it myself. So when I was a stylist a few years ago now, I actually took a payment for a client and actually missed a zero off. So the bill was meant to be, I think it was £150, and instead I just charged them £15.
Yeah.
So those sort of mistakes don't happen. And I know we've had salons before that have phoned you in the evening.
Yes.
And they've accidentally added an extra zero onto the end. And instead of charging £100, they've charged them £1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had that a few times.
And that just eliminates that, doesn't it? So the solution that we've got with the integration piece is it just stops those problems from happening and those mistakes
absolutely. And I do think it's something that the team worry about, and it's the end of their day. And if they find a discrepancy, they're sat trying to figure it out, or if it's all in one place, they know what to do, they know how to check things. And no one really enjoys maths, so they're not having to add anything up. It's all on there for them. So big one, I think, is the integration.
Definitely, great. Now, something that we are really proud of, and that is something we launched, correct me, was it October last year? Was Tips
around then?
Tip Smart.
Yeah.
So proud of how this has gone and what we've actually been able to give back to the industry, to stylists, to therapists. It has been incredible. I think now, recent statistics, we've got just over 1,300 team members. That's a mixture of clinicians, stylists, therapists, barbers, all receiving tips via TipSmart into their own Revolut account. Revolut is very well known now that we use. Yeah. I think you've got a Revolut, I've got a Revolut account. So hitting 1,300 team members is incredible.
Yeah.
In a moment, we'll just go on how that works and the feedback that you've had from salons and team members. That's really, really important. But as we know, the cost of living is huge. Wages are maybe not where they should be or where team members want them to be. So this is a great way to really boost your salary, save for that holiday, pay for that parking, pay for that night out. And just this year, so we're 6 weeks into 2026 now, and we've had over 40,000 tips being left to a Revolut account, which is absolutely incredible. Bearing in mind when we launched it in October 25 as well. It's amazing. Just talk to me about the feedback that we've had
it's so great
from the team.
It is so great. I think you'll probably agree, we knew it would be a good feature, but we didn't realise how good it would be. I've had zero negative feedback from it. I think as well, it's the fact that the team aren't having to wait until the end of the pay period to receive this money. They get it straight away and it's theirs. So that you finished a service and you're getting the instant gratification straight from that appointment in your bank account of that tip.
But don't forget, we have become a cashless society.
Exactly.
So we're 2026 now, 5 or 6 years of having really no cash around. So actually, even if you wanted to leave a tip, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have that cash with you, or you'd have to go to a cash point, come back. And then when you go to a restaurant, I know we went out for a meal last week.
Yeah.
And you're paying for your meal, and you're asked, being asked, do you want to leave a tip? And naturally you do, you want to. If you are getting great service and you are really pleased with your meal or with your hair or your treatment, then you do want to leave that
I
tip.
think it has been, that's a really good example, because it has been a grey area where I've spoken to some salons who said, oh, we've only ever really done it with cash and we don't ever prompt for it. So if they choose to leave a tip, it's on the client to ask for that. And you don't really question it in a restaurant. We always check the bill to see if service is included.
Yeah, you do now.
You always do. So why in this industry is it different? You're still receiving a service and experience. And I did have a salon who had a person that came in every week, has done for forever, a long-standing client, never tipped. I set them up with the tips. They were the next bill to be checked out in the system, and she tipped £30, and she had never left a tip before.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And we've actually gone one level deeper here, which is what I am really, really excited for everyone that uses it. And that's where you can have tips split automatically across multiple team members.
Yeah.
So sometimes, actually quite often, that you could have a technician doing the colour, then you could have the stylist doing the cut and the blow dry. Yeah. You could have one person doing the nails, the other doing the facial and the massage.
Yeah.
You know, how does that work? If I want to leave £10 in total, how do I make sure that both of those team members that have looked after me get part of that?
So the system will look at the service. So, I don't know, a £10 tip is being left. You've done a £60 service. I've done a £40 service. Of that £10, you would get £6 and I would get £4. It will automatically split that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything in addition. It just knows and does it.
It knows, yeah.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, and then in addition, so with tips, as we know, this industry, restaurants, hair beauty salons, barbers, clinics, always leave tips.
Yeah.
But it's always usually been by cash up until recently.
Yes.
So we know that we need to declare cash as tips. You know what you need to do. And it's the same thing with leaving a tip via the Revolut, via TipSmart.
Absolutely.
I believe there are full guides on how you do this, and it's through a self-assessment.
Yeah, it's all on Salon IQ. So in the area where you set up the tips, there's 3 drop-downs to give you advice and kind of point you in the right direction.
And hand-holding you through the process.
Exactly
it can feel overwhelming. It can be daunting if you haven't done it before.
Yeah, we only hear negative things about the tax man,
yeah,
so it is scary.
Yeah.
But it's all there to do. And I think it takes it away from the salon too. A lot of the time when you're processing tips through the business, so through the card machine, but through the business account, one, that's being added onto the wages, so all the tax is put through there, but it's deemed as an income for the business too.
Yeah.
So this keeps these things separate. And again, the team then, they're fully in control of it. And I think that they like that. They like the fact that what's theirs is theirs and they are then in charge of that. I also think there's a big fear, again, it did come from, I think, restaurants, of how the tips, we've said before, are split and divvied out. The team can see that because they're getting it straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, Mrs. Smith.
It takes the onus off the owner, doesn't it?
Exactly that.
Which is what they had previously. If they were processing tips through the card terminal, it'd be down to them to declare that through the wages, extra administration.
And the team can't see it, really.
Yeah.
It's not as transparent as it is with the fact that it's going directly to them. They can see it on their Revolut account. And yeah, I think it's a win-win for both sides, to be honest. The team are getting it straight away, but the business aren't having to manually look and even deal with people saying, oh, how come I only got this amount for this bill?
Yeah. And it does
how come Sam got this amount?
Yeah.
And you can just know, well, that's split based on the services that you've done. So
love it.
Yeah.
And it's instant, right?
Instant.
So as soon as that client makes that payment, instantly I think we actually got a screenshot which we can show to you now.
Yeah.
Where you can see the Revolut notification of that tip coming through to the team member.
Yeah, straight away.
Amazing.
Straight away.
Absolutely love it, Abby. Love it.
Me too.
Okay, so looking at another area for salons, again, salons, barbers, spas, clinicians, aesthetics, is really happening, and that's client retention.
Yes.
It's really look at retaining clients, having them return back to the salon when they need to. I know, again, since 2020, with COVID and lockdown, the average frequency skyrocketed. We generally had a 6 to 8 week return on clients coming back for their cut and blow dries. Obviously, if you had clients that came in for regular blow dries, you'd have a lower frequency of weekly. Beauty salons have a shorter average frequency for coming in every 3 to 4 weeks for your eyebrows, for eyelash tincting, etc. But it's been a real challenge for salons to get that client retention, that average frequency back. So what we wanted to do, how can we give back again and help salons bring those clients coming in? Yes, it's about bringing new clients into the salon. That is crucial for growth for your business. But actually, it's retaining the ones you've already got in your salon. That, and quite generally, if you're having a balayage or colour services, the cost of living that impacts it as well.
Massively.
But clients are only coming 2 or 3 times a year, which is crazy. So how have we, been able to provide the functionality and tools for salons to ensure their clients are coming back? What can we do?
I think there's so much, and I do think you're right. COVID is still, after all this time, is still a big factor. And I think more emphasis tends to be put on getting new people in, because you do just assume that people are going to come back. However, the cost of living, like you said, if you can go, I don't know, you get your nails done and you've got somewhere down the road that's offering a discount, people are more willing to try that, to shop around more. And this is where I do think the idea of a subscription. We've all got subscriptions, probably.
I hate to think how many subscriptions I have got. I should actually check.
Everything's like toilet roll. You can get toilet roll on a subscription. Pet food. It's anything now, toothpaste, whatever you want, you can get it.
So why not do that for a blow dryer or colour?
Exactly that. Beauty, anything. And it works. It really works. And
so how does it work? How does a membership or subscription work?
Well, in a way, however you want it to work. So really putting it very basically, client pays £50 a month for unlimited blow dries. Now, in your terms and conditions, you can state that it's capped at 5 blow dries a month, or however you want to word it. And you can do it on different levels. So if you've got a senior stylist, you can do different pricing. But in that, you can also have discounts. You don't have to, but some people do it where you then get 10% off retail, or get a free treatment once a month or something like that. And what would happen is the client would sign up to that subscription. £50 will be taken then. And that £50 would then be taken out every month.
So it's a recurring payment.
Absolutely right.
That comes out automatically from the client's bank, goes into Salon IQ. So you can see they've made the payment. And then with that, you can bolt on some great incentives or benefits, such as 10% off any home care purchases, or I don't know, you get a free gift or a percentage of services that you're booking in for.
We've seen all sorts. And I do think some businesses panic about the freebies of giving away too much.
So it's more adding value, isn't it?
Exactly that.
Offering a complimentary treatment, offering a complimentary gel upgrade.
Yeah, exactly that. Or even the fact that they get, I don't know, a discount on their birthday. It could just be once a year, but they don't do it for other people.
It's a great idea.
Making people feel special and to be part. We've got, I know one salon actually that they've got a group chat with everyone that's on a subscription, and in that they get a video each month of how to use a certain product or how to style their hair, and
that makes that client feel special because it's only them that are getting it because they've subscribed to a subscription of that salon. And didn't you mention as well a couple of weeks ago that there's a salon that is going completely membership or subscription?
Completely membership.
Wow.
Completely.
So every client will be on a membership. That's her goal.
So they're beauty, waxing, and every single client will be on a membership.
It's no different to a gym membership.
Exactly that.
Every
and you're guaranteed that income. So
and then you're retaining those clients. They're going to choose. They know to come back to you. They're already paying for that service. They know what they're getting. They're getting those extra benefits and incentives.
And they're not then they're getting reminders, they know the team, they know what to expect, and it brings the salon's got a guaranteed income then.
Exactly.
They know exactly.
They can manage cash flow better.
No shows or
True, yeah.
I don't know, things that people panic about is new clients not turning up, or it just kind of minimises that, and it gives them reassurance, it gives them that guarantee, and people like it. I think people like to feel included in a community and special, and it is like a VIP type experience, which is really popular, and I've seen all sorts of offers on how they do it. Colour, cutting, blow dries,
nails.
beauty, nails, facials. And it almost works like a reverse psychology in a way, because I'm paying £50 a month for a blow dry. I go into the salon for that. That day I'm not paying anything. So it's free in my mind. It's free.
Very true, very true.
So then, Abby, your hair's looking a little dry. You need this. Have you seen our products? Well, I'm going to buy those products because I've just had a free blow dry.
In your mind, because you paid on your recurring payment like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Exactly.
So then we've got a boost in retail sales as well.
Exactly that.
Yes, I love it. And upgrades as well.
Yeah.
And the other good thing is, I think you mentioned about another salon, actually showing off your service menu. Because again, we very often, it's a colour and a cut and blow dry if you're a hair salon. It's a facial or a massage if you're beauty. It's a, clippers or scissors if you're barbers.
Yes.
Actually, there are so many things on your service menu that your clients don't know about.
Exactly that.
So having a subscription or membership offering is a great way to introduce those additional services that perhaps your regular clients aren't having.
Yeah. And I think people are set in their ways. If they know what they want and what they like, that actually sometimes they're afraid to ask the questions of, I'm thinking of doing this, or I'm looking at maybe having this. And so you can trial things, and having the options and the discussion is, I think it's great. I really do think it is the future. It's what, as we've said, everyone will have a subscription for something.
Yeah.
So why not do it for hair, beauty, barbers?
So a little challenge for anyone listening or watching this, have a look in your bank account and see how many subscriptions you've got or memberships you've subscribed to. I bet you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Abby, we need to do it too.
Yeah, we do.
And see how many we've got. Right, so the modern way of paying. Payments are changing. There are many different ways in which we can pay. The majority of us are used to contactless. I don't even take my purse out with me anymore. I just use my phone. God forbid if I lost my phone, I'd be really, I'd be extremely lost. So looking at the modern way of paying, and again, salons really needing to increase their revenue.
Yeah.
Really focusing on growth, focusing on profit in 2026.
Yeah.
And boosting those top spenders, because we always have a set handful of top spenders in our salons.
Yeah.
How can salons, increase the top spenders, boost that revenue, and grow their profit at the same time? What can we be doing?
So as I mentioned, obviously before with the subscriptions, upselling through those, something that falls into that category as well is Klarna. So Klarna is a big thing at the moment, I think, with the higher end hair extensions is a great example.
I love a bit of Klarna, Abby. Do you use Klarna?
Yeah, guilty.
It's great. It's great. It doesn't make you feel so bad if you've got a larger purchase. You just see a smaller £50 coming out of 8 times instead of a huge amount.
Yeah, it's very true. And I think it makes things more appealing. In a way, it's crazy because we are in a climate where things are less affordable. But with things like Klarna, anything is affordable. So it's crazy. And I think, again, with that, you can use Klarna online and you're booking a big hair extension service and paying in installments of 3 over 3 months. And you then come in for your appointment. And in some situations, you've paid that off already. If you're booking...
It's that psychological factor again, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely, it's free.
Yeah, so better opportunities for the team members for upsells, better opportunities for home care purchases on the day.
Yeah,
which is just bringing in more revenue.
Because you are not paying, that client's not paying anything when they're leaving. So catch them before they leave and
Yeah.
go through things with them.
But more importantly, what it actually does is, when you're doing those consultations in the salon, whether that be for skin, whether that be for hair, they need that larger service.
Yes.
But it costs more.
Yes.
So quite often you can't go down that road because they are on a budget or they've only got X amount to spend. But this actually then Klarna gives them that opportunity, the team members, the opportunity to introduce them to these more expensive services to help them achieve the actual end goal that they want from their skin or their hair.
That. I think anything that requires maintenance in terms of skin, to say we recommend a minimum of 6 to 8 of these sessions. So it's a facial, courses, a lot of people do. Courses are expensive.
Absolutely.
And you're in a way receiving that as a discount already, but if I can pay for that in 3 installments, or if I can pay for that in 30 days time after I've been paid for the month, that's far more appealing to me. And again, that's getting your retention, that's getting your clients to come back in because they've got a course of 8 that they need to use up. So they're going to come back in and use those sessions. And I just think it makes a business more appealing. And people then panic and think, I don't want to have to keep on top of Mrs. Smith who's on Klarna and has she paid each month. Salons, and they don't need to worry about that because they receive the full amount.
Right, okay.
And the liability lies between Klarna and the client.
So just to confirm that again, so if I'm making a course payment, for example, and the course is £500, as a client I choose to pay via Klarna, the salon will get the full £500 straight away.
Yes.
And then the client has in effect the contract with Klarna, and they just continue paying.
Exactly. The salon would know no different.
So if I missed a payment as a client, the salon would know no different.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's really good to know.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know. It's so easy. It's such a small thing, but it's so easy, and it makes you more appealing to a wider audience, I think.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to look at. And we're all guilty of dabbling with Klarna, I think.
I won't ask you to look how many Klarna transactions you've had in the past.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Brilliant, good, super. I briefly mentioned, Abby, about being available 24/7. It is non-stop, isn't it? I think you mentioned previously about helping a salon because their cashing up was wrong and they have massive variances like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
We do not stop. Not just us, but everybody. I'm sure people listening or watching this right now will be thinking, my goodness, it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm listening to this podcast or watching this video back. And
it's an industry that doesn't sleep.
Isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure that we're there for our clients 24/7.
Yeah.
I had a look the other week and we were having bookings being made via the online portal at 1 o'clock in the morning.
We've all done something like that though.
I'm sure we have.
We've got busy lives and you're working, children, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or you just notice that late at night another grey hair's come through and you think, right, I need to get this sorted.
Yeah.
In fact, I think if I look, for me personally, at when I booked appointments, they are in the evening.
You're right. Mine are usually first thing in the morning, about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or if I'm at the gym and I'm, I don't know, doing some cardio, I'm on my phone booking something in. So that's definitely me.
Yeah.
So again, Klarna courses, gift cards, and we briefly touched on, I think, that having our service menu. So we were saying previously that it's important to ensure that your clients know about what you offer and not just those really top 2 or 3 services that you have. So it's making sure really that, when you are allowing your clients to book online, have those services there that you want them to be booking in for, having really clear information so they can, because sometimes we get these really gorgeous, like sparkly lights.
I was just about to say.
Halo lights. What on earth does that mean?
Yeah.
So
it's making sure the terminology is clear.
Yeah, for sure. But then also, to keep those cancellations and no-shows down, deposits.
Oh, 100%.
Tell us a little bit about deposits.
I think it's always been quite a norm, again, going back to kind of the food industry, where deposits are taken for bookings, and COVID has boosted this, definitely.
That was the turning point.
That was a huge turning point.
That's a shift in the industry that many of us saw with deposits, isn't it?
100%, yeah. And I think the majority have just continued that. It gives security for your cancellation periods, and it means that I think people are more likely to turn up. If I've paid for something even if it's £10 towards an appointment, that's my commitment to that appointment.
Yeah. And it reduces those clients. Oh, I think I can make it. I'm not sure. I'll book it anyway.
Yes.
You know, but if you've got to pay a deposit, you're going to be checking your calendar, making sure you've got childcare cover, making sure you're not working or whatever you should be doing.
I do think the salons, they need to make things clear. They need to make their cancellation policy very clear.
Absolutely.
Reminders, sending a reminder. If your cancellation period is 48 hours, then send a reminder 4 days before, so they're still within that time and you as a business have time to fill that slot.
And it's important to communicate that cancellation policy, you know, with your clients. You know, have it on the bottom of your footer, have it clearly visible on your website, have it displayed within your salon. Make sure your team understand why you have a deposit system in place, why you have a cancellation policy in place. It's all about education, isn't it? I think when things can go wrong, oh no, I can't charge Mrs. Smith. She's been coming for 20 years.
And it's money. It's money.
Cash flow, it helps.
Yeah.
It reduces cancellations, reduces deposits. Reduces no-shows.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for everybody. And then the client knows that they've got that slot secured.
Yeah. And I think people understand now. Again, communicating with your team, but communicating with your clients. And if you book, I think, any restaurant nowadays, really, you're expected to make a payment.
Yeah, of course you are.
And it is the norm. And I think people are surprised at the lack of pushback they get from their clients. Once you've explained it to them.
It's all about education.
Totally.
Educating the client.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then also make sure that your team fully understand why you're doing it. So if they are asked, they can confidently reply.
Yeah.
With why that's in place.
Yeah. And we have, because there are a lot of salons businesses that take a deposit for every appointment. And we have, say, people on reception that Sam, you've just paid for your appointment, but now I need to take a £50 deposit for your next appointment. So you've just rebooked and I need to take another deposit. What people have done is they have that money on account and it just rolls over.
Perfect.
So it's there.
Great.
But you pay for your appointment in full today and that deposit on your account is there for next time. And they just keep it going.
We do that in our salon and it's just a great way to work your deposit system.
Yeah. Not paying again.
No, super. Yeah, and it's a great way for growth. Again, it helps with the profitability because you've got more revenue coming in.
Totally.
It eases cash flow a lot more as well.
Yeah.
Love it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, Abby, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I know you are bombarded with this as well, being head of IQ Pay, Salon IQ, and that's self-employment.
Yeah.
It feels like a real buzzword at the moment,
Yeah,
and
really.
it probably has been for the last year or so.
Yeah.
Self-employment has always been known for barbers. You get a lot of self-employed barbers, which happens. It's normal, fine, great. Obviously, since things and new legislation have come into place in the UK, that has created a lot more noise. So now what we're seeing is many salons having that hybrid model of having some employed team members, some self-employed team members, which can really change or affect your processes ultimately.
Totally.
There are many different business models and ways, and we're not going to sit here and dictate how you should be doing self-employed. That's not what we're here to do.
Yeah.
But what it is to just understand the feedback that we're getting and how you can make it easy using your SaaS platform.
Yeah, I think, like you've just said, there's so many different ways of doing it. And it almost started with the rent-a-chair.
Yes, correct.
With the barbers.
Yes,
and things have changed now. And it is, a buzzword. A lot of people are, I think, looking into a self-employed module. And they also don't really know where to start. And there isn't a one-size-fits-all with this. We have some that do rent and then invoice their clients or the team, or they do a split. So they can choose, I don't know, 50-50 split and it goes to that. I think people are looking for ease. It's something that naturally feels quite complex. And as you said, again, a bit of a grey area. So if they are implementing a self-employed module, then they want it to be simple.
Yeah.
And
as little administration as possible. Having the payments potentially going directly to that self-employed team member.
Exactly that.
So there are many ways in which, so I guess what you're kind of saying, Abby, is first of all, we understand the business model, the self-employed module, how they're operating, and then we work a way in which how we can fit that within
Exactly
Salon
that.
IQ
Absolutely
to make their
right.
life easier, to reduce administration.
Yeah, yeah. And to, I think, just make things less daunting when looking at figures too. I think people, I don't know, you take a set amount and I don't want you questioning me with it needs to be clear for both the business side and the self-employed team member. And we have salons that have self-employed team members, but their setups are all different.
Yeah. It's amazing that the amount of different setups there are.
Yeah. And that's because you, Sam, only work 15 hours a week and someone else works 30 hours a week. And so they change it based on that. And yeah, it's not a one size fits all, that's definitely for sure, but it's making it simple, easy and clear.
And what I have noticed, there's lots of discussion, conversation around self-employment with different bodies within the industry. Last year, there was so much noise. Wow, this is going to be a real big shift. And I don't think that shift has happened yet.
There was a lot of panic, I think.
Yeah, but you can't just switch someone. You can't force someone to go from employed to self-employed. So it actually takes time. And if you're already an employed business model, to switch automatically to self-employed, you have the risk of potentially losing your branding and your ethos and your culture. So there's lots to take into consideration.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's why we haven't had that massive change from an employment structure to a self-employment structure within the industry.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is because it's such a change. People are nervous about it and they want it to still be their business and to still follow the ethos, like you said, of what they've created for most cases a really long time.
Ultimately, one size doesn't fit all. For some it will work and for some it won't.
Yeah, totally that. And I think it's communication. Again, we've said it before, communicate with your team, what it is that you want from them, why you would want to look at the self-employed route and would it work? Because it might not, and you might not need to change it. What you've got now works, then you might not need to change it, I think.
And ultimately, Abby, it's about looking after your clients, increasing client loyalty, increasing growth, increasing profit into the salon. It's that same end goal every single time when you're a business owner.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
Okay, Abby, so I'm a salon owner.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested in, really supporting and boosting my client retention in the salon. So gaining access to these memberships and subscriptions. I also really want to make sure that my team have everything they need, but I've really got to keep, I check on my wage spend.
Of course, yeah.
But I know that they've also, they want to save for a house, they want to save for a car, they want to go on holiday, they're getting married, they've got children. So they need that extra income. So, the Tip Smart solution really appeals to me as a salon owner. I'm assuming I get these things through IQ Pay.
Yes.
How do I go about getting that?
So you would just need to contact me. So you can email me or reach out to our support line to speak with us. And we would be able to discuss everything with you and how it would work. Again, all businesses are
so from having
separate.
having that initial conversation with you,
yes,
to say, I want to do these things in my business, how soon can I be getting that card terminal?
From the day that you sign, be 3-4 days at the terminals with you. We can then set it up with you, which would take 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So within a week, I could have had that conversation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I could then be processing. I could be offering memberships and subscriptions. It's that quick and easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. And I know you've brought the terminal with you, haven't you?
Yes. Here. So this is our terminal.
So it's wireless.
Touch screen. Very
Hopefully
sleek.
You can see that in the camera. Yes, fingers crossed you can. Fabulous.
We've had really good feedback. It's interesting. I know we're a creative industry, so image is a big thing, but people really want a nice card machine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important. It's like one of the first things you might see.
It's very
true.
Yeah, totally. So we've had really good feedback on the look alone of it. And so you can walk around if you've got iPads, laptops, multiple computers.
You don't have to be glued to the reception area. You can be walking around taking payment, going into the beauty room, taking payment there.
Absolutely right. Yeah. You can have multiple terminals if need be.
And Apple Pay.
Yes.
Anything else around that we can do?
You can pay with your watch.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Lovely, good.
So contactless, obviously You can enter your
Chip and
card,
pin.
chip and pin. And this is also where the tips would show. So it'll prompt on here about leaving a tip. So it's through here and that will process. So this is the secret to it all. It's the card machine.
Well, that's really good to know. So yeah, as a salon owner, make that conversation with yourself, reach out to yourself, support team at Salon IQ, have that initial conversation.
Absolutely.
And then from that agreement, we can then get that terminal shipped out to you, to the salon. Multiple terminals you can have. If you have a larger salon.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's the main thing I think about this is you know who you're talking to. So once you have got IQ Pay and you've got the card terminal, if you do have a question, you do have a query, you know that you're speaking to yourself or the support team, because I think a lot of the queries go through to the support team for aftercare. It's one point of contact.
Totally.
Which I think is crucial.
Yeah. And it's a team that
you know.
You know
who you're talking to.
That. And you've got that relationship already. So why would you not tie everything in?
Yeah.
The team that you know, software that you know.
Your all-in-one salon business solution.
Yeah, exactly.
Fabulous. Great. Thanks, Abby. Share with us, Abby, the top 3 benefits, incentives, advantages, motivators to IQ Pay for a salon.
Where do I begin?
Just three.
My top one has got to be the tips.
Tips.
Always.
We are a huge fan of the tips.
It is so great. So great. So that will be my number one. And I think speaking with salons that are doing it, they'd agree that it's phenomenal.
Okay.
It really
Number
is.
2?
Number 2 would be subscriptions. Again, that salon that's subscription only. That's
incredible.
Yeah. They've got that guaranteed income every month.
And that just shows real, looking ahead.
Totally.
Evolving.
Totally.
Not sticking with what they were doing.
Yes.
It's been different as well and standing out from the crowd.
Totally agree with you. So that is...
Your second one.
Great. Yeah, my second one.
Third and final. I'm only going to give you 3. I'll be here all day.
Boring one.
Okay.
But the time saving of admin. I think that's a massive one.
We're all extremely time poor. We all have no time.
Yeah. And we all tell each other constantly that we don't have enough time.
Yeah.
So that's a huge one, cashing up.
Mm-hmm. So it's basically administration.
Admin. Admin time is reduced massively.
And that's not just for the salon owner, that's for the team as well.
Totally.
Looking at those variances as we've mentioned previously.
Yeah, exactly that.
Great.
Yeah,
fabulous.
They're my 3.
So Abby, you hear about all these stories, you have lots of conversations with salons, team members, receptionists, you name it, you hear it. A little bit of inside information without giving too much away around TipSmart. What are people actually saving for?
All sorts.
I guess a holiday.
A holiday, obviously. Yeah.
That night out.
A night out. Yeah. Deposit on a house.
Okay, yeah.
Or refurbing a house.
Mm-hmm.
One that really always stands out to me that I always remember is someone's using it to fund their IVF journey.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so a massive help towards something that's life-changing.
Hugely.
Yeah, so that's one that I always really remember.
And we're not just talking about, we are that, I think again, you had a conversation with me last week that somebody had left £30, some people leaving £50.
If not more. It's some of
Really?
Really, yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, really surprised. And we had someone as well, actually, that did it for a marathon. So they're running a marathon and they use that as their tips as a donation towards doing that. So it's so broad.
So many different things, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just the obvious, it's actually life-changing things.
Yeah,
for that person.
exactly that.
Make a difference too.
Exactly that. So it's amazing.
Thank you, Abby, for sharing that. That's great. Great. So Abby, I think one other thing that we really want to talk to you today about are around rates.
Yeah.
It can be an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Because of course you want to get the best rate and we will ensure we give you the best rate. Several factors that we take into consideration. I just want to touch on, we have seen a lot of rates from salons, from yourselves that you send in to us. We review them. Basically they would show like your last month's statement, it'll be your turnover, how much you paid, terminal rental, PCI compliance, administration fees, you name it, it goes on and on and on. One thing, and I say this to you on a weekly basis, several times a week, how hidden these rates and fees are. It's a bit like when you get a 15-page terms and conditions document. You skim it, you miss a lot of it, you still sign it, you don't really know what you're signing, which isn't right. And it's the same with these bank statements and the proposals. They are so lengthy, and on the surface of it, it looks like you're paying X. But actually, when you read the detail, it's X plus Y plus Z plus B plus C plus D.
And the terminology as well
it's crazy.
It is crazy.
And there's administration fees, PCI compliance fees, and these just aren't one-off fees. These are monthly charges that you're being charged by your bank. So again, when we looked at IQ Pay, and again, it's all about making life easier for salon owners here at Salon IQ. So we wanted to give transparency for these fees, for the rates that you're being charged when a client is making a payment to you, ultimately.
Yeah.
So we do have complete transparency on the proposal that being sent. Again, you're not tied into these really long contracts. You had a salon owner, she was lovely. I can't remember her name. She was really wanted to come over to us. She was ready to go, ready to sign.
Ready.
Went to give her notice into a current payment provider. I don't know who it was. And she was in a 5-year contract and had 3.5 years.
Well, she was with the payment provider, but the contract with the actual terminal was with someone else.
Right.
That the payment provider did. And so the payment provider said that she was on a 30-day rolling contract, so she thought brilliant. But her terminal contract is 5 years.
So that's what's locked her in, and she can't then leave to do that.
Yeah.
Again, complete transparency. You see what you're being charged. There's no long contract, so you have choice. It's so important that as your business evolves, you can change. You can change your payment solution, payment provider. What suits you now might not suit you in 3 or 4 or 5 years' time. So yes, make sure you read all the terms and conditions and your payment rates before you sign any contracts. Okay, Abby, so I'm a salon owner.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested in, really supporting and boosting my client retention in the salon. So gaining access to these memberships and subscriptions. I also really want to make sure that my team have everything they need, but I've really got to keep, a check on my wage spend.
Of course, yeah.
But I know that they've also, they want to save for a house, they want to save for a car, they want to go on holiday, they're getting married, they've got children. So they need that extra income. So, the Tip Smart solution really appeals to me as a salon owner. I'm assuming I get these things through IQ Pay.
Yes.
How do I go about getting that?
So you would just need to contact me. So you can email me or reach out to our support line to speak with us. And we would be able to discuss everything with you and how it would work. Again, all businesses are
so from having
separate.
having that initial conversation with you,
yes,
to say, I want to do these things in my business. How soon can I be getting that card terminal?
From the day that you sign, be 3-4 days at the terminals with you. We can then set it up with you, which would take 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So within a week, I could have had that conversation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I could then be processing. I could be offering memberships and subscriptions. It's that quick and easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. And I know you've brought the terminal with you, haven't you?
I have, yes. Here. So this is our terminal.
So it's wireless.
Wireless, touch screen, very
Hopefully
sleek.
You can see that in the camera. Yes, fingers crossed you can. Fabulous.
We've had really good feedback. It's interesting. I know we're a creative industry, so image is a big thing, but people really want a nice card machine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important. It's like one of the first things you might see.
It's very true. Yeah, totally. So we've had really good feedback on the look alone of it. And so you can walk around if you've got iPads, laptops, multiple computers. You
don't have to be glued to the reception area. You can be walking around taking payment, going into the beauty room, taking payment there.
Absolutely right. Yeah. You can have multiple terminals if need be.
And Apple Pay.
Yes.
Anything else around that we can do?
You can pay with your watch.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Lovely, good.
So contactless. Obviously, you can enter your card, chip and pin. And this is also where the tips would show. So it'll prompt on here about leaving a tip. So it's through here and that will process. So this is the secret to it all. It's a card machine.
Well, that's really good to know. So as a salon owner, make that conversation with yourself, reach out to yourself, support team at Salon IQ, have that initial conversation.
Absolutely.
And then from that agreement, we can then get that terminal shipped out to you, to the salon. Multiple terminals you can have. If you have a larger salon.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's the main thing I think about this is who you're talking to. So once you have got IQ Pay and you've got the card terminal, if you do have a question, you do have a query, you know that you're speaking to yourself or the support team. Because I think a lot of the queries go through to the support team for aftercare.
Yeah.
It's one point of contact.
Totally.
Which I think is crucial.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a team that
you know.
You know. Yeah,
you know who
exactly
you're talking to.
That. And you've got that relationship already. So why would you not tie everything in?
Yeah.
The team that you know, software that you know.
Your all-in-one salon business solution.
Yeah, exactly.
Fabulous. Great. Thanks, Abby. We really hope you've taken something away from today's session. Whatever we say, whenever you join our webinars or any of our podcasts or videos, we always say it's one thing. As long as you've taken one thing away, then we're happy. We really thank you for watching. And if you want to contact us and you want to know more information about payments, subscriptions, tips, what do we need to do?
So reach out to us and the email address is pay@saloniq.com.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.